Hello, this is Manesh Patel from ichimokutrade.com. Today is September 3, 2012. This is our weekly Ichimoku analysis for all the global markets, where we're going to cover everything from the US markets to the Europe markets to Asia to Australia and South America. Okay. Normal disclaimer, this is for education use only. All information here is basically for education purposes. If you decide to buy anything, you're doing that at your own risk. Today we're going to be using Thinkorswim from TD Ameritrade and also eSignal for the global markets. Here are my contact details here at info@eiicapital.com. You could also visit our website here at ichimokutrade.com and see any of our multiple time frame signals. Okay, so let's go through and let's look at the world markets as far as the heat map is concerned right now. That's the best place to look right now to kind of get an overview of what's going on. And if you look here, remember, we look at daily and weekly. We're looking for them to be the same color. Red basically means you're betting on it going down. Green means you're basically betting on it going up. And you're looking for 2s and 4s as far as the numbers are concerned. If you see a 5, that means it's already trending. So if you look here, there's no multiple time frame signals at all. There's an opportunity here in Argentina, which we'll definitely check out in a minute. This one's already moving. All these are already moving. There's none there. And really nothing there. You could see, remember last couple of weeks and months, the majority of these were all green. So as far as daily and weeklies are concerned, and remember last week, the last video we did, we said that most of them were at their weekly resistance levels, and you could see some of them now starting to change. You could see the zeros on the daily time frame, which is basically reflecting some. Then they bounced off that weekly resistance level. So let's go through the charts and start looking at each individual country, and then go from there. Let's first start off and go to Germany. Remember, on the left-hand side is basically a daily time frame, and the right-hand side is basically a weekly time frame. If you look here, Germany still had some little upward movement to get to its resistance level. So its resistance level is going to be right here at 71,643.7. So it does still have a little more upside here. Germany can sit there and go through, or it could even kind of stop here. It just depends on if you're looking at which bar for the for the resistance and so forth. So it's at a minor resistance level right now, but it does have a potential to keep on going a little more and kind of test this little level up here, which will be right around here, which is 71,643.7. Okay, here on the daily time frame, you can see everything's starting to get a little weak because it's sitting there not moving. It's just consolidating here at the top. Okay, so let's go look at France. France here, you could see it's just barely changing sentiments now, getting above the clouds, so that's a good sign here for pairs. But the thing is that it's so close to the cloud that it could change sentiments anytime here just by moving down a little as far as weekly is concerned. So it's not that great looking forward. If you look here on the daily time frame, it looks ugly just like Germany moving forward. But definitely this is still a great pairs trade. We're going bullish as far as the German market is concerned, and going bearish as far as the Paris market is concerned. If you look at Amsterdam here, basically it's bounced off its resistance here, which is around 336.87. So that's its major resistance moving forward. If you look at the support, it's basically going to be right around, a minor one's going to be around 320, major one's going to be around 310 as far as Amsterdam is concerned. Spain, here you could see here really doing nothing here. Bearish trending here. It's trying to go for a major pullback right now, trying to go up here. Resistance level, it's kind of major resistance level is going to be 7,600. That's a major one. It's got to break in order for it to even stop this bearish movement going downwards. If it doesn't do that, then it sits there and keeps on going down and gets back to about 68.50 and breaks that support level. Then this thing does have a potential to continue to keep on going down. So only time's going to tell exactly what's going to happen there. Italy, same thing here. It's a major consolidation pattern right now. It's getting close to inside the cloud, so the sentiment can change from bearish to being consolidating, which would be a good sign. You can see here the bullish trend here as far as the daily is concerned. Major resistance is getting close to 15,400. It's got to break that and get inside this big, thick cloud. If it does, it can kill the bearish momentum moving forward. So that's a little good sign for it to kind of get into that little cloud. Nordic here. You could see here it basically retested a high here. Now it's basically pulling back as far as the weekly is concerned. It's getting close to a minor support level right now, which is around about 1010. Major support level is going to be right around 965 as far as this is concerned. Oslo, bullish trending here. You can see here it kind of broke for the low resistance here just a little, trying to retest the high right now. So it's going to be interesting to see exactly what happens when it gets to about 443. Can it sit there and break it, or is it going to sit there and hold it and then start to tank and go down? So this is one to definitely keep an eye on and watch. Switzerland, remember this one has sat there and broke for its first pivot high here. As far as weekly is concerned, it got to its next major resistance, kind of bounced off there, which is right around here. And I'll draw it right here, which is basically 6540 is its major resistance level moving forward, and about 6100 is basically support level moving forward on that one. Russia here, there's nothing really going on in Russia. It's just consolidating right now. This is still very bearish, strong right now. 1500 basically is going to be its major resistance level, and about 1361 is going to be its support level moving forward on that one. Africa, South Africa, really nothing going on. Bullish sentiment here as far as the weekly is concerned. Kind of gapped up here, went to its resistance level. It's 31,905, and then kind of bounced off there. If it breaks this 31,905, this can start a trend to the upside. Let's go to Middle East. Let's go to Saudi. Really nothing going as far as Saudi Arabia is concerned. This is trying to start a trend here, but it's going for a major pullback right now, so it's got to wait and see exactly what's going to happen. Support level on this one's going to be roughly right around here, which is going to be around I'll just give it a nice 7,000, which is going to be a support level there. And of course, this resistance level is going to be around 71.85 moving forward. Dubai. Again, this is an ugly chart right now. It's at a major support level of 1540. Major resistance level is going to be 1565 moving forward. And then Abu Dhabi, here, support level is going to be basically 2530, and resistance level is going to be 2580 moving forward on that one. Now, let's go over to Asia. Let's typically start off with China. Need to reorder these. China here is continuing its bearish movement down to both the daily and weekly. So this is still a very, very strong trend going down. No telling where this thing's going to end. May even get to 2,000, believe it or not, par, and a nice even number before it bounces off. But it'll probably get to about 2,100, and then at that point, it'll have a potential of kind of bouncing up and down from there. Hong Kong. If you look at Hong Kong, sentiment's now bearish for the first time here on the weekly after a long time. And here, this had a chance to sit there and keep on going bullish, but it didn't. It kind of fell down and kind of consolidating here as the daily is going to. But it's not good. That basically is below the cloud here now on the weekly. That means the sentiment's now changed to being bearish. Let's see. Let's do Korea. Korea, it's trying to go bearish here as far as the weekly is concerned, where it's trying to go below the cloud. That's not really good. If it does, it's going to be run into a major problem. Support on this one's going to be 246, and then resistance is going to be around 255 moving forward on that. Japan, this has been the most interesting one. And if you look here, it's at a major support level right now, which is basically at 87.80. So it's at a major support level there. Major resistance level is going to be 9,200 on this one. The sentiment on here is bearish, and if it sit there and break this level here, then it can sit there and retest the lows, and at that point it does have a bit the ability to keep on tanking, but only time will tell on this one. Tokyo is bearish on both the daily and weekly. Daily's now just gone bearish too. So this looks like it's trying to retest the lows here down here at 700. So be very careful as far as Tokyo is concerned for the Tokyo market. Let's go to Singapore, Malaysia. Let's go to Malaysia. Not Singapore right now. Malaysia is still very, very strong moving forward. There's not even a sign of weakness right now. The thing just keeps on going, going, going. We retested the high right now at 1656. If we broke past that, we're going to keep on going to a whole new level as far as Malaysia. Remember, for the last couple of months, basically Turkey, Malaysia and Switzerland being very, very strong moving forward. Okay. In fact, did we even go for Turkey? I don't think we even talked about Turkey. Look at Turkey. Turkey's still going on very strong, just like Malaysia. So Malaysia and Turkey are still going on very strong, and Switzerland's kind of trying to go for a pullback. So Turkey and Malaysia are still very strong moving forward. So keep an eye on those for the next couple of months. Nifty, let's go to Sensex first. I like the Sensex for the India market. Popped out of the cloud and I went back in the cloud, so sentiment's bearish as far as last week's concerned. It's coming up to a major support, basically 17,300. Major resistance on this guy is going to be basically right around 17,650 right now. So really there's nothing going on here. It's had a chance to keep on going as far as the Indian market to go to 20,000. Didn't do that at all, which is not a good sign at all. So it's got to hold here at 17,300. If it doesn't, this thing does have the ability to tank really, really bad. Australia, if you look at Australia, it's in the clouds, so it's basically bearish trending, and most people will look at this as double top here, which is not good at all. Major support on here is 4,200. Minor support is going to be around 4,280. Resistance level is going to be basically 4,360 moving forward. Now let's go over to Americas. Let's go to Canada. If you look at Canada, really nothing going on. Sentiment's still bearish here. Support it's going to be for the Canadian TSX. It's going to be 11,800. Resistance is going to be basically 12,050 as far as that's concerned. Mexico, really nothing going on here as far as daily. It's consolidating. Here sentiment's still bullish. In order for this to sit there and remain intact, the bullish trend it was trying to start, this thing's got to sit there and basically close right here. Support level is going to be 39,152 moving forward. Resistance level is going to be basically right about here, which is 40,462. Brazil, if you look at Brazilian market, that's not looking good at all. It had a chance to go bullish. It didn't at all. It's coming close to major support at 56,000. That's going to be its major support, and the major resistance is going to be 60,000 moving forward. Colombia is bearish trending as far as the weekly is concerned. It's at a major resistance level right now at 13,600. Support on this guy is going to be 13,200. Santiago, Chile, it's at a major support right now, which is basically going to be around 4,100. If it breaks that, this thing's going to tank, so be very, very careful moving forward on this one. Resistance level is going to be 4,200 on this moving forward, but this one does have a potential of tanking very good. Argentina, this is one that looked like a multiple time frame, and if you look here, remember we said we didn't like it because it was number 2. This is going into the cloud, so really for the aggressive traders you could look at basically counter trend trading this down, but if you're a conservative trader, I wouldn't even look at this at all. But it's basically at a minor support level now. If it tanks, this thing's going to tank really hard to go all the way down and retest lows here at 2,200. So be very careful on Argentina. This does have potential of going down, so keep an eye on this one. So now let's go and discuss the U.S. markets. Let's go and just look at the NASDAQ first, which is technology. If you look here, we're kind of still hanging around this pivot high here, which is this major resistance at 27.92. Really hasn't done anything at all. Support level is going to be 27.01. This is kind of top heavy right now, as you could see from the daily time frame. Really has not done anything except tortured people here at the top. Really hasn't made a move at all. We are actually, this is a great time to start taking some profits, because you don't know what's going to happen with this one. And honestly, this thing's been going up for a very long time, to a point you definitely need to pull back. And we're looking for a pullback at least to 2,700 as far as the NASDAQ is concerned. If you look at the Dow here kind of bounced off the top here, a little more bearish here than the NASDAQ is concerned. It's still very, very strong right now, but it's at a major support right now at 13,015. It's got to hold that in order to sit there and still have a chance to keep on going higher and break through the 13,248 support resistance level. But we are at a major support level right now. The next one that's going to be basically 12,867. Okay, and then lastly, ES futures here. You could see here we're kind of still at the major resistance level as far as ES is concerned at 1419. On this one, basically support's going to be right around 1372, and then next one's going to be 1343. So we are looking for a pullback as far as the E-mini S&P 500 futures are concerned before we even enter. Basically for the U.S. markets now, and actually global markets, and we've been talking about this, they're very top heavy. They got into major resistance levels on a weekly. So this is basically where you should be in a defense mode, where you're profit taking a lot of your positions, going light as far as bullish is concerned, and not really even going bearish right now because all the sentiments are still very strong bullish. So you really don't want to add bearish positions at all. So just maintain everything, wait for a major pullback, and at that point, wait for your support levels to be hit as far as the weekly time frame is concerned, and then start to look at start buying some instruments with some time as far as global stock markets are concerned. That's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, here are our contact details. Thank you.